What's good, everybody? Back at you with another video. Once again, it is your boy New Type Q, and today we'll be taking a look at another MX Bikes track. This one is named Countryside, and it is by King MX 818. I finally got an author's name put in for y'all to go look up the rest of their material, which I suggest you should, because if I'm reviewing the track, it's probably a good track. Probably not going to be reviewing any bad tracks unless it's like on some 1-star Yelp review is so bad that you got to go check it out kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? 1-star Yelp restaurant review type deal going on maybe in the future. So anyways, great track as usual. Pick nothing but the best here. And this one is nothing really too out of the ordinary. It's a nice flowy enough track. It's good enough for 250s to be ridden on without, having to be in 5th gear. Around this track has probably been 2nd and 3rd gear throughout most of it, so that's to give you somewhat of a direction as to what kind of speed you can expect on this track. I'm on a Husqvarna 250. Yeah, not too much to say here. Yeah, this is a nice beginner's level track. Everything is pretty smooth. The track is very easy to memorize, which is very important at the beginning stages of learning how to play this game, is having a track that is easy to memorize, as I clearly act like I didn't have that jump memorized, which probably didn't at this point in time, because when I record these clips, these first few clips are usually the parts of where I just started getting in on the track, 2nd or 3rd lap, and then towards the end it might be like my 5th lap around. I got it memorized a little bit more down. As you can see, the ghost popped up. I don't think I had a ghost in the last lap, so this might have been my first go around right here. But yeah, the edges are super bowly, if that's I'm just what the fuck I'm gonna call it, but it's pretty high. I like railing those kinds of high walls, because you can really leverage some high speeds coming out of that and into that if it's smooth enough. But you got to be smooth enough, and 9 times out of 10 I am not there smooth enough yet. So, but when you can be smooth enough on the throttle, feels good coming out of these things. I enter these corners pretty awkwardly, as you can see, and just I don't make jumps either. But that is the plight of a beginner, at least me. I can't speak for everybody, but for me, 35 hours ish. Here I am. This is my skill level. So I still feel myself getting better and better. Since I started doing these videos, though, I have been bouncing around a lot of different tracks lately, much more than usual. So my skill progression might have slowed down a little bit because I'm doing a bunch of tracks that I don't have memorized already. But you do 50 laps on this track, you've memorized it completely, you got it down pat. I feel like you'll be able to up your skills a little bit quicker. But at the same time, if you bounce from track to track to track, try new tracks and everything like that, there'll be new challenges in each track. Like this track is pretty, I would say, it's not so rough. The terrain isn't rough. There's very few bumps and edges here, very smooth curves, that kind of deal. But if I was to take after this track, go to a track that does have the bumps and the smooths, after I've mastered this track, well, now I obviously have something completely different to face and challenge myself and get better with, which would be, in this case, more bumpy-ish ground, which falls a little bit beyond the beginner level kind of stuff. I feel like that's probably, like, at least for me, that's like the last frontier, would be those maps that the terrain is just so rough. You really have to know how to control the bike very well. And so I guess you'd probably be way past being a beginner if you're like getting into doing those tracks. Because for me, if I were to start on those tracks and not where I have started on these beginner level stages, then I probably would have been more frustrated with the game. I would play it less and whatnot. But yeah, again, it's a good idea to flop between different tracks with different styles of how it operates, I guess you can say. Smooth versus rough, high jumps versus small jumps, skinny corners versus larger corners, you know, stuff like that. But anyways, that's enough talking from me. It's your boy, New Type Q, and I am out.